with wedding preparations well underway and the big day that would change her life forever coming up quickly. Former American television actress Meghan Markle seems to be cracking under pressure. It's not all fairy tales and glass slippers in being a real princess. The royal role comes with a lot of responsibilities and pressure that Markle doesn't seem to be fit for. Nothing is as perfect as it seems, and Markle's life, both before becoming engaged to the prince and after, are no exception. While the princess wannabe is certainly gorgeous and flashes a perfect smile for the camera, it turns out that she's hiding a really ugly face behind that fake facade. Not just anybody can and will be accepted into England's royal family. It's perhaps the hardest group to get accepted into, with more expectations than anyone could imagine. The royal rules are not part of the fairy tale that Markle had probably envisioned when she was asked out on her first date with the prince, and now she's feeling the pinch. As part of Markle's wedding planning, she had one item of personal business to secretly attend to. In the process, she broke a major royal rule. She clearly felt it was worth it to send a disgusting message to her family and the former country she called home before becoming a British citizen. If things don't work out for her and Harry, she's going to have nowhere to go. Markle's far less than perfect family and upbringing have been no secret since she became engaged to Prince Harry. Despite the unconventional and sordid nature of the members of her family, her step-siblings said childhood was great and they were all very close. The princess wannabe told her soon-to-be husband an entirely different story as to separate herself from the negative image her family exudes and gain sympathy for struggle she never had. Markle is intentionally trying to forget where she came from and has now reportedly disowned her own brother for what she considers to be the most disgusting thing about a person that she could imagine. It's no secret that Markle is not remotely a fan of President Donald Trump's. Before she was forced to give up social media as a requirement for all members of the royal family, she was politically outspoken. Speaking publicly about politics is a major no-no for royals, and refraining from such topics is actually a written rule they must follow. However, Markle couldn't help herself and her hate for the president and her brother, who supports him in committing the cardinal sin of forgetting that he was ever family and removing him from her life entirely. When Markle's brother reached out to her in desperate need for help managing extreme media scrutiny he was enduring since her engagement, she reportedly ignored him, then shut him out of her life. He wasn't asking for any money or anything physical that she could provide. He just wanted her support and advice, which was too much for her to offer since she's so disgusted by him for his support of President Trump. In Touch Weekly reports, in an exclusive interview with In Touch, Meghan Markle's half-brother, Tom Markle Jr. reveals that she ignored his plea for help, whose life has been under a microscope since Prince Harry and Meghan announced their engagement in November. Tom, 51, tells In Touch that he and his lawyer have been going back and forth with the palace, trying in vain to connect with the future royal and asking for her help dealing with the international scrutiny. My lawyer had a phone meeting with her lawyer, and he emailed me some of Meghan's direct words. She said, "That's distant family and I don't know those people." That's pretty harsh, Tom tells In Touch, calling it a slap in the face and below the belt. Tom finds it ridiculous that Meghan thinks of him as a stranger. "I spent a lot of time with her growing up," explains Tom, who was 14 and living with his dad, now 73, and Thomas Markle Sr.'s then-wife Doria Ragland, 61, when Meghan was born. In the past year, Tom says, she's lost work and has had to move 3 times because of all the interest in Meghan. "There was a time where people were following me around at work, taking pictures and posting horrible stories about me and my family, saying I'm a white supremacist, a addict and a dealer, all this crap that just isn't true," he explains. Before Markle was banned from talking about politics, she was a self-imposed liberal activist. For this reason, she finds her pro-Trump brother repulsive and embarrassing. What's truly disgusting is that she thinks she's better than family, who she's willing to let go over political differences, forgetting years of her life spent in happy times with these people. When you forget where you came from and who you spent a good part of your life with, then you have nowhere to return to when you find yourself in need of reconnecting with your roots. For the web powered by Zergnet Olympic figure skater handles wardrobe malfunction perfectly. Melania Trump's ex-roommate reveals all. Here's who Jackie Kennedy thought had her husband killed. The real reason Jennifer Aniston and Justin Theroux split. This is what's at the center of Bristol Palin's divorce. Why Bob Costas is nowhere to be found at the 2018 Olympics.